What's up, guys? This is Nick with Ashton Drumworks, and today we're going to be taking a look at this Ludwig 15x12 red Vistalite marching snare. Now, it doesn't look very much like a red Vistalite, and that's because the drum has been wrapped in contact paper. On first impression, though, it looks like this drum is going to clean up really great. Now, I'll be honest, I don't know exactly how I'm going to go about getting this contact paper off, but that's kind of the fun of it. So let's get started. First step is disassembly. Now, what to do about the contact paper? Thankfully, it was incredibly easy. I just found a pre-existing hole in the wrap and kept peeling until it all came off. It's always really satisfying to watch a drum begin the restoration process, and bringing back the original finish of a drum has got to be one of my favorite parts of this kind of work. I had an idea of what it would look like after seeing the inside of the shell, but the moment of truth was way more gratifying than I would have thought. Okay, so we got the contact paper off, and wow, why would anyone ever do that? But now that it's off, we can see that it did protect the drum pretty well. Aside from some minor scuffs and scratches, this thing looks pretty great. There is some bad news though. This shell did get cracked at the seam, and there was an attempt to repair it. The glue hasn't held up though. Luckily, I have a process that should fix it. Now the first step in this repair is going to be to sand the existing glue off of the seam. That way, when we glue it, we're not gluing glue together, we're gluing acrylic. The way this works is I'm going to take 4 bolts and place them through the lug holes in the shell. 2 of them are going to be on one side of the seam, and the other 2 are going to be on the opposite side of the seam. Then we're going to use a hex nut to secure them in place, and finally wrap copper wire around the bolts so that it draws the shell together. Additionally, I'm going to put some masking tape along the seam, just for good measure. I want there to be enough pressure on the shell that the 2 sides are forced to be together, but not too much to where the glue just comes out of the seam. So in the meantime, we're going to give the hardware a spa day, starting with the Dawn bath. After drying each piece, we're going to hit them with the Nevr-Dull metal polish. Ludwig lugs typically have grooves in them that will get filled with gunk during cleaning. So to make sure we get the best possible results, we're going to use a Q-tip to clean them. After the shell is cured, it's time to polish. I use the Nova's 3-step system of plastic polishes. First, I apply and remove step 1 with a rag, then apply step 2 with my hands, and use a Griot's Garage car buffer to get it showroom clean. Since Vistalite shells are translucent, you need to polish both the inside and the outside of the shell for the best effect. As you can see here, a good go-round of polishing takes even the most stubborn marks and turns them into easy work. Now for the most satisfying part, the reassembly. Special care should be taken when assembling Vistalites. Fasten the screws that hold the lugs onto the shell too tight, and you'll get cracks inside the shell that can become a major issue. The same thing can be said when applying the strainer, butt plate, and tone control. I noticed there were holes for a leg rest under the contact paper, so I found one from the same era and put it on. For the heads, I'm using an old stock Ludwig Snare resonant on the bottom, and an old stock Remo Power Stroke with the rubber collar on top. So guys, I would love to hear what you thought about this restoration. Please leave a comment down below and tell me what you thought, and make sure to subscribe for more content just like this. And lastly guys, I just want to give a huge shout out to Paul Guidry, who donated this drum for restoration. I hope this project was able to make you proud. As always, please don't hesitate to reach out to me and talk all things drums. Thank y'all so much for watching, and I'll see y'all again next time.